Good for him. It's been so long. I mean, it hasn't been that long, but like we've had so many recording issues that it feels like it's been so long. So we have so much catching up to do today.
It's not just recording issues. We can blame it on my laziness. I will take the fall for it as well.
It was that, but then one of the episodes was just horrendous.
The first one was just
the first one was just
the last one horrendous. Was me.
Yeah,
and I pretty much forgot about it after I said, "Hey, I'll edit it or send it to you." I was like,
it'd be like that. Send it. I didn't see it upload. I was like, it's one for the lost files. That's okay. That's okay. I don't even stress it. It was like, that's lost. It's lost episode. It's fine.
Yeah,
a lost episode is good sometimes. You know,
maybe blessings in disguise. Yeah,
facts that. So many quarterbacks have new teams, Levi. So many. Russell Wilson lives in Denver now.
Yes.
That's where he resides with Sierra. They live in Denver. You think he smoked?
Good old Denver.
You think he smoked?
No. A lot of people thought Russ wouldn't go to Denver just because of that.
See,
that's too much temptation.
I'm not convinced because it's like 4 Russell Wilsons. There's like the one we see. There's like the quarterback Russell Wilson.
Bro.
And then there's Sierra's husband Russell Wilson, and that's a different person. That's a completely different human being. He don't talk the same to her.
What's the other Russell Wilson?
The Sierra Russell Wilson. He don't talk the same to her. And then there's Mr. Unlimited. That one, I don't know what that one is. That's just none of us want to ever see that one ever in life. But like, I'm just saying, there's a possibility he sniffed the devil's lettuce.
Okay, I mean, sniffing it doesn't do that much.
I mean, inhaling it. I mean, all that. I think he's met with devil's lettuce for sure. Well, I think it's possible.
I have a question on this.
Yes.
Multiple personalities of Russell Wilson. Yes. Which one is the one that loves to embellish all of his past accomplishments or, experiences in life?
That's press conference Russell Wilson. That's little kid.
Russell
Yeah.
Okay, that's press Russ. That's press.
Yeah, press Russ for sure.
Press.
Where is he from? I gotta remember where he's from again.
I heard. I meant to text you about it or bring it up to you, but I heard Russ had another one of those pretty recently where he embellished something that happened, and it was another one of those things where somebody on the internet could go factually see if that, actually happened.
He be saying anything,
did not happen.
Russ be saying anything to us, bro. Like, he really be saying anything.
That's why I've never really liked Russell Wilson that much because I don't know, even though as a short guy, I think I'd have more respect for these Drew Breeses and Russell Wilsons out here, but I don't. So I don't know. I've just never really liked him. But after him embellishing all these stories, I'm starting to really like Russ. Don't ever change, Russ. Keep doing you, bro.
The personality of Russell, 4 personalities of Russell Wilson. There's Sierra's husband, Russell Wilson. There's quarterback Russell Wilson, who's sideline quarterback Russell Wilson.
Yes.
There is Mr. Unlimited, and then there's small kid from Richmond, Virginia, Russell Wilson. That's the one that tells all the stories. When he breaks out there, I'm just a kid from small town Richmond, Virginia, that is when the lies are coming.
Yes.
The cap is approaching quickly.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
cap.
It was funny. He was on PMT almost probably around a year ago. And PMT is, very guilty of being one of the ones who loves to make fun of Russell Wilson, and especially for his embellishing of stories. But it was just funny because they didn't make fun of him or anything, but they wanted to crack so many times because he went back to that same story and to his dad, that was every answer for every question.
That's him, bro.
Somehow
that's Russ,
he drew it back, just being that kid and remember what my dad telling me and what he really wanted me to do. I was like, bro, come on, man.
Like that's him, bro. Russ is super like Russ just gives you nothing.
Yeah.
Bo's been making fun of him ever since he had Bo had Russ on the show like one time, and he's been making fun of him ever since. About like because Bo asked me, he's like, hey, you know, a small kid from Richmond, Virginia, and ever since then, Bo's just called him that all the time. It's just sweet. It's like it's so annoying, but it'd be funny.
Yeah,
it's funny, but it's annoying.
Yeah,
because like you have so many personalities, and I think it's funny that like you have wife personality. I think that's hilarious.
You have what?
He has wife personality, like a completely different person for Sierra.
Oh,
yes, completely different human being.
Yeah,
a totally different human being.
Yeah,
like that Russ listen to trap music. Like for sure. That's what that Russ does.
But do you think Russ is even like smooth with it, or do you think Sierra kind of appreciates like he's everything like opposite of what Future is? Because that's how I
no. He's not smooth at all. She loves the
okay, yeah. She likes the corny. Yeah. She likes the cornball. Yeah,
and I respect that because you know he's like for the nerds that gives us hope. You know.
Yeah. No,
we can like, get a Sierra.
Yeah,
you know I mean.
Sierra's seeing the other side.
Right. Being somewhat of yourself, whatever self Russell Wilson is that he decided is for Sierra, it can be enough sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Man, corny is cool.
Yeah.
Corny is cool. You feel me?
Yeah.
But on the football point of this, the AFC West is a bloodbath.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know like what you're supposed to do.
You know what's really funny? Is I think on the throwaway episode, so the one we did 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
We talked about the AFC West. I think this is our third time addressing the AFC West. So we should be good at discussing it right now.
We should.
Our assessment on the Raiders was, oh, well, we know where the Raiders are going to finish, even though we gave them their due diligence and we said, oh, yeah, they're going to be good, but too bad they're in the AFC West. Like they're going to be fourth. Right. And now the acquisitions they made just within these past 2 weeks, I might give the Raiders first.
First?
Yes.
Like, see, I still look
fourth. You're still giving them fourth?
I might give them third over Denver. I might like them more than Denver, but that might be it. Because they still have the fourth best quarterback in the division at the end of the day. I don't think Derek Carr is better than Russell. But he has Devontae Adams, which could make him look better than Russell. All right,
so
my bad.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna but the thing is, like, also the Chiefs haven't lost that division in 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like they've won the division 6 years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Which means they won the division with Alex Smith as well. We can never forget that.
Yeah.
We can never forget that.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea of the Chargers defense being healthy and Herbert having another year under his belt kind of terrifies me.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's a solid 1 and 2. And then everyone else is playing to not finish last.
Okay. I think the Raiders have a better defense when it comes to, I'm not going to give KC the whole, because in my mind, I'm thinking opposite of you. I'm thinking of the cards, the house of cards that got to come crumbling down at some point. So
I tried to say that last year, and
that's true.
Work, so.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe you know what? I'm going to pick it up, Titus. I'm going to pick it up and run with it since you dropped it. So yeah, no way Chiefs are making it, bro. Defense is whack. I haven't seen them make a lot of moves over the offseason to address the areas of need. So I don't know about the Chiefs. Chargers, I will give them best defense. When it comes to the Raiders, though, I think they're just as good, if not, which I think they are better than Denver, and not that far off from the Chargers. I mean, it's not a far talent gap between these defenses. And then offense, you got Devontae Adams, arguably the best wide receiver in the league. And you got adding that to Darren Waller. Look, I mean, Derek Carr did pretty well for what he was given last year with an injured Josh Jacobs, missing Henry Ruggs. I mean, you know, just like a lot of things happening last year in Oakland. I mean, we can't forget that. And they were able to prevail.
He carried a lot.
Yeah. So I think now prime Russ, No, I don't think Derek Carr is better than prime Russ. But
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
now, I think Derek Carr is better because I think Russ actually is guilty of he developed tunnel vision. And he's just like not good. You can't like count on him on specific like passing routes. So they stayed away from out routes. And I mean, it's pretty vanilla stuff when it came to Russ. And he was really just looking for Tyler Lockett the whole time downfield.
He's verse.
And if he wasn't
he's verse guy. Yeah, Russ is a verse guy.
Yeah. So I mean, I just don't see Denver succeeding. We've never seen Denver as a verts team, or it's been a while since, because not even with Peyton, they were a verse team. So I don't know. I just don't see it happening in Denver this year. But
I mean, I don't see them going anywhere above third. Like, I think Denver's third in that division at best. I think
I got way too hung up on Denver there. But so for the Chargers though, I mean, I think it's Chargers 1, Raiders 2. I mean, it's gonna be a battle for that second spot between the Raiders and the Chiefs. Yeah, because Chargers are just like too good if they stay healthy.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. And the best coach in that division is Andy Reid, though. That's the one thing. Coaching advantage goes to Andy Reid.
Yes.
So sorry, can I put a pause on this? Yeah, go ahead.
It just ended, and I just saw the stat line. Trae Young just dropped 45 in Madison Square Garden. And I knew that, Titus. I mean, that's the easy over. 27.5 points in the Garden. I'm like, oh, Trae's dropping at least 30 in the Garden. He has to. And he did 45. All right, sorry. Back to it.
Did they win?
Yeah, they won.
Okay, that's nice. Nice. He played some winning basketball for once this season.
Hey, we're not talking about basketball here, okay?
I'm just saying.
I did just bring it up.
I'm just throwing it out there. But I think the best coach in that division is Andy Reid. Right. Like, I still don't know the name of the Oakland coach. I still don't know his name. What is it? Do you know his name? I don't know his name.
Josh McDaniels, bro. Wait. Oakland?
Oh, they did hire Josh McDaniels. Yeah, I don't trust him. Yeah, I still don't trust him. Yeah, nah, I still don't trust Josh McDaniels. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, no.
Josh McDaniels is coming for revenge, bro, against the Broncos.
I'm sure he is. I'm sure they want revenge too for him making them deal with Tim Tebow. I'm sure they want revenge as well.
Yeah, I forgot. Tim Tebow was his pick, wasn't it?
That
Josh McDaniels vouched for Tim Tebow.
That's right. Never forget.
That's why.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Chargers do finish first, but I am questioning Brandon Staley a little bit because I feel like he might be too smart for his own good. I like him, but he might be like too smart for himself.
It's crazy. He literally analytics his way out of like, dude, he was every old school football guy's wet dream. He was like, oh, they were like, finally somebody's here to prove all this mumbo jumbo stats garbage wrong.
Right. He literally, like I said, he analyzed himself out of a playoff spot.
Yeah.
It's insanity. It's really insanity. But yeah, the West's going to be interesting, man. It's hard to predict. I do agree, but I'm not sold. I guess it's just because it's the Raiders. I can't believe too much. And I still think Derek Carr's ceiling is lower than the ceiling of Russell Wilson's. I still think it's lower than that. Even with Devontae Adams, I think him as I think he's good, but like I just think his ceiling is much lower. And the AFC in and of itself is just insanity. The NFL did the opposite of the NBA. Where like when LeBron go to one conference, everybody goes to the other one. Everybody's went to the AFC. Like, oh, I want to go there too. We're all going to go there and have fun, big fun. Like, I mean, like we said, we got Matt Ryan now. You're a former quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
He's now in Indianapolis Colts. He's in Indianapolis Colts.
Good for Tim. I am happy for Matt Ryan. I think it's a good situation he went to. And good God, if he was going north, we all know it had to be in a dome. So I'm glad he gets to play indoors. But those cold weather games every week are going to be interesting on his noodle arm. But does it get the Colts to number 1 in the AFC East? Is that the division? South? Yeah.
Yes.
You think so?
I mean, their only competition is the Titans.
Dude, you don't think the Jags are going to turn it around this year?
Turn what around?
I mean, that sinking ship of a franchise.
Turning around for the Jags. Turning around for the Jags is finishing third in the draft. That's like a massive turnaround for them. That's like a great change for them. They finished third in the draft order this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's the weird thing because it's like, okay, you can win the AFC South, but that's probably the limit for the Colts. Which is why, like, when Matt when it felt like they were ready to win now, it's like, but win what though? Like the division? Because that's all you're gonna win.
Yeah.
Realistically.
Yeah. I mean,
like I do have him above Ryan Tannehill for sure. I think he's better than Ryan Tannehill. Like that's
yeah.
I think the wheels are gonna completely come off that Tannehill train this year because I think that team's kind of done. I think that team's probably done with him.
Yes.
Considering the way he's gone out the last 2 years. By the way, I was watching. I think I might have texted you this. I was watching highlights, like random like playoff compilations, the other day.
Oh, really?
And and Ryan Tannehill's last 2 years have ended in a game-losing interception.
No
last
way.
Playoff appearances, straight up, like both of them. Yeah, last two.
That's awesome. So, that's pretty cool.
Like, that's his claim to fame in Tennessee. So I feel like that team's gonna fall apart because they're gonna be done with him this year. The Texans are a football team in the NFL, and that is about all I got for them.
Have they even gotten a QB?
Nope.
Oh, no. They got Davis Mills, bro. Davis Mills.
Like I said, nope. Like I said.
Hey, some football people, some of the football experts are saying Davis Mills. Good
they
quarterback.
Really do like him. They do like him. They definitely do.
Dude, Davis Mills, like, me personally. I did succumb to Davis Mills blowing expectations. A lot of people did, bro. A lot of people thought Davis Mills was easy under every week, and that guy was like doubling his line, and it was like, oh crap, Davis Mills might be legit. Like we just kept thinking it was a fluke, It's like, I mean, they're not that good. He's just having these one-off games, and he kept doing it. So maybe a good quarterback.
Okay, I'll let you have that.
Do I really buy that? I mean, no, not really. But
yeah, I mean, if you're right, you look great. So like I see them win the South, but the AFC is so stacked. The Bills, they went and added Jameson Crowder yesterday to their offense to go in the slot.
Mm-hmm.
They got rid of Cole Beasley and added Jameson Crowder, so that's for sure an upgrade to that already great offense. They're going to be there. I mean, somebody's going to win the AFC East. The Dolphins just signed Tyron Armstead. They got Tyron Armstead today. That's
big
a very
upgrade
big
for the O-line. Yeah.
Very big. Yeah. Very big upgrade. I mean, somebody's got to win that. Yeah. It's like, I don't know, man. Come out the AFC is not going to be fun. And I don't think these moves, I didn't feel like the Colts were a Matt Ryan away from the Super Bowl. I feel like they're way more than a quarterback away. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like they were a quarterback away.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. I don't know why people are so high on the Colts, because I was actually high on the Colts going in last year, and those DeForest Buckner, he played well, but none of those other guys really stepped up on the defense. The defense wasn't as strong. And I mean, their offense did face a lot of injuries last year. So you can maybe give them that benefit of the doubt. Yeah. But I don't. The
receiver core is a little lax.
Yes. Yeah. It is.
Darius Leonard is going to be good for sure. O-line's going to be solid. Jonathan Taylor will be great, of course, but the holes they have, I just think there's too much firepower in that conference to overcome.
Unless they
way too much firepower in that conference to overcome.
They could be just one of those teams that can, maybe sometimes the tortoise beats the hare.
That's fair. Yeah. I mean, they could account for the fact that the AFC West will kill each other.
Yeah.
And then everybody be 2-1 down by the time playoffs get here, and boom, I win Super Bowl somehow.
Exactly.
I do love they're doing a great value version of the Broncos, where it's just dudes that may just keep going to get quarterbacks.
Yeah.
The Broncos actually got Peyton Manning and Russell Wilson out of it, and they're like, old Phillip Rivers.
Yep.
Jacoby Brissett.
Carson Wentz. Yep.
Yeah, and not Matt Ryan. Hey, that's their version of it. And I like the fact that we have some teams that'll just take on your old quarterback that's about to retire.
Yes, especially with
I love a team like
big booty contracts too.
Yes. Like I love that space. I love the space of like, you know what? Don't really trust the draft. Let's just go get somebody who's already done this for a lot of years. You know, I like that energy.
Well, I mean, after they they thought they had it all figured out. They had Peyton, and then they got Andrew Luck, and then once Andrew Luck left, they were like, "Screw it, man!" It's like we're not even.
Yeah, you know what? I respect them being like, you know, we got really lucky 2 times in a row with the draft. We probably can't do it a third. Let's just do this. I think that's what the Packers are gonna have to do when Aaron Rodgers leaves. Because you're not going from Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers to another Hall of Famer. You're not doing 3 in a row at quarterback. That's not the thing that's going to happen. I just refuse to believe that. And the Colts know that. So the Colts like, we just going to, you know, another 7 years, we'll try again.
Yeah.
We'll try the draft again later.
Or maybe they're okay with tanking. Maybe they're okay with, you know, they see some talent coming up in the next few years. I don't know.
They could. They very well could. You know, they very well could. Speaking of talent, speaking of tanking, the Falcons.
Yes.
You are so excited for this. And I would like for you to explain why.
All right. So did I ever give the take on here? Because in those 2, I know I didn't give it on the 2 weeks ago, but I might have given. Did I ever give the take that I want us to tank?
I feel like you've said that before.
I know I said that last year.
Yeah.
I said it last year. I wanted to tank.
Okay.
So I don't think I told you that. I told a coworker that because he was asking me, one of my coworkers, big Falcons fan, bigger than I am. And he was asking me about it. And that's when I came up with a take on the spot right there. I was like, you know, man, I've just come to the conclusion I want us to tank. And because he was talking about like, you know, potential draft picks who we're going to get, potential acquisitions. And we kind of settled on Matt Ryan, you know, staying in with the Falcons. And, but that was my dilemma. I was like, I want us to tank. And so that's where, you know, my previous thought comes in and where I never addressed it before. Look, I never never outcried for a tank because I never really thought we were going to tank because I've truly thought nobody was going to pick up, was going to actually want to go for Matt Ryan for all that money that he had on his contract. And I didn't think we were actually going to be willing to eat all because we still ate that dead money. We still paid out 40 mil or eating that. And so I didn't think we want to send Matt out tanking. So I didn't think we were going to buy into it. So I didn't just think it was going to be a possibility. So yeah, that's just why I never had it. But truly, like deep down, yeah, with all the potential, you know, talent that's coming up and big areas of need like quarterback. But I gave this take last week. I want Will Anderson. That's a generational talent addressing a talent that we haven't had and that we've missed in every draft. We freaking got Fowler out of Clemson, huge bust. Oh, not Fowler. We did get Fowler. He hasn't really done anything either. He didn't come out of Clemson. Well, we got Vic Beasley Jr., huge bust. Like we keep trying to get these edge guys to come in and rush the freaking QB. And we can't. And that's why we're consistently one of the worst pass rushing teams in the NFL. So, yeah, and there's a whole lot of areas of need. The reason why I said trading Matt Ryan, letting go of Matt Ryan doesn't solve our problems. It does solve our problems it does solve a little bit of our problems because now we got 140 mil freed up next year between other cuts that we made and trades as well. But Matt Ryan's responsible for a big chunk of that. And so I'm just glad we have flexibility now. I'm glad we're willing to break down this roster and sort of rebuild it through young talent. And so I'm happy because I know we weren't winning anything, even if we made a full go effort at it next year. We're not doing anything with it. Like too many holes in Atlanta. So yeah, Matt, but there are people out there, Titus, and I told you, there are some of those that literally think like Marcus Mariota is going to save our problems. Not because Marcus Mariota is good, but because, oh my God, Marcus Mariota is way better than a Matt Ryan because Matt Ryan's been holding us down ever since he blew that. You know, it's because Matt Ryan blew that Super Bowl for us. It was all Matt Ryan's fault.
He did help blow it.
he helped blow it, but also there's like key things like missed blocks, Devontae Freeman. And then, freaking the ball wanting to hit off Robert Alford's leg and up into Julian Edelman's arms. There's just things you couldn't stop.
Taking really bad sacks, knock you out of field goal range.
Yeah, that's bad too. But is that the one where Devontae missed the block though? I don't think he saw it because I think it was totally missed his blocking assignment. But there's one big one in that. Yeah. But no, Matt Ryan is responsible, but he's not.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
He's not the source of our problems.
So I agree. I do agree with everything you're saying. But the thing about this is where it gets funny when people be excited about the team sinking, because there's not a strong possibility you rebuild well through the draft. It's very possible you just fail for another 7 years.
You're missing the point though. I actually have something to hope for though. I think it's really going to work, but dude, there was nothing to hope for. There was nothing. Where do I have, fertile ground to plant a seed in? Nothing.
Cheap concession stand food.
Cordell Patterson.
That's right. Cordell came back.
Peaking at the age of 38. That's
Cordell
great for the future.
Cordell is excited to be an Atlanta Falcon. I just think that's so adorable.
Oh no, it is. And
he is super excited. He got on Twitter.
I love he got on Twitter. He said, I told y'all, or something like, it ain't about the money or whatever. And I'm like,
he did say that.
Duh, bro, it's not about the money. You've never been played like this in your life. Any football player who's utilized like this and has never been utilized before and is at the tail end of their career, I'm staying with that team too. Give me the ball. I don't care. We'll lose half the games, but I'm gonna hit all my incentives and I'm gonna make a Pro Bowl and people are gonna be talking about me for the next few years.
I'm very the Falcons season they're going to be a fun Madden team because you get to do whatever you want with the roster, and that's exciting.
Marcus Mariota is fun. He's a fun Madden QB.
That is a fact
because you get to make the decisions for him.
I feel like Mariota ruins the tank a little bit because I don't consider him a 2-win quarterback.
See, I am a little tripped up on it because I don't like the chemistry between Arthur Smith and Marcus Mariota. And I'm really afraid that we're about to find out that Arthur Smith really was responsible for Ryan Tannehill's sudden glow up. So what if we may tortoise our way there through play actions and dump offs through Marcus Mariota, Kyle Pitts, and Hayden Hurst?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And the NFC South. Look, man, I don't even think we're even though it kind of looks like we are, the front office wants to tank. Yeah, that coaching staff and that locker room is not going to allow it.
No, because a coaching staff doesn't get to tank and keep their jobs.
No, I think Arthur Smith is safe though. I think with this, Atlanta is very understanding. Do what?
I think he's safe next year. The year after that, I don't think he's safe.
I mean, Arthur Smith, he impressed me a lot last year because we exceeded my expectations.
He adapted last year too. He adapted. So one thing he and Sirianni did pretty well was adapt their coaching last year.
That's what good coaches do, though.
Because remember week one, I'm not saying he's a good coach. I'm saying remember week one. Remember week one when he was out there I have Derrick Henry still. It's but you don't have Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
It's hey, I don't have Derrick Henry anymore. I can run that offense.
Yeah.
He's changed it up a little bit.
No, and that's when he brought Cordell Patterson out. He said, but I got a Debo though.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Who's Debo Samuel? Said everybody.
Yeah. I got CP Flash, bit.
Urban Meyer just asked who's Debo Samuel.
Is that number 99 guy for the Rams? I heard he could give us some trouble.
Guy.
Okay, I kind of do feel like that, even though I think it's funny as hell and I hope it's true. I kind of do feel like, I don't know, man, because it's so hard for me to imagine that being true. I feel like that's probably just one of those Urban Meyer, him trying to be funny, type of thing. And he just said it to one of his coaching, assistants who absolutely already hated him. And I'm sure Urban Meyer said like just as ridiculous as stuff as that. So that guy just threw that out there as like, oh, and he said this too, when it was probably Urban Meyer said it in jest. I don't know why I brought that perspective up. I should have just left that out. It's way more funnier.
Yeah, like with the man that thought Tim Tebow could be a tight end at 34.
Yeah, exactly. No,
he can say anything.
Yeah, I'm sure he said many of ridiculous things,
right?
And he probably didn't.
My favorite thing is him trying to lie about his situation with the woman to his players. Like they care about that.
That's so good.
Like,
it's so good.
I'm fairly certain they didn't care until he lied.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you just lying straight in my face about something. I don't care. I did that last weekend too. But you like, why are you lying to me about this? They treat me like a grown man. Like that guy's something. His coach career is over there, right? Is he going back to college, or is it going to be different?
I heard. No, I mean he's going to be around Ohio State for the rest of his life. Probably be doing some executive stuff, right. Whatever over there.
Yeah.
Helping his buddy Ryan Day out.
Yeah. I can see that. That guy's special. Who's number 99? After doing a deep dive into the NFL, like you said, he did. Yeah.
Who else said that?
He pulled the Mike McCarthy thing.
Yes.
He lied to Jerry Jones. Yes, he definitely did that. He for sure did that. Precisely what he did.
What did he tell him again? He Pro Football Focus.
Pro Football Focus. Yeah. He was Pro Football Focus member. Yeah.
He was studying Pro Football Focus. And then he didn't know what he not know. He didn't know his stat or something like that.
Yeah, it was something he wasn't aware of. Yeah. My man's out here just lying.
Something you should clearly be aware of.
Yo, so why did Aaron Rodgers break the agreement? Him and Devontae Adams had to leave Green Bay.
Because Aaron, so. My theory is that Aaron Rodgers is giving up on the whole I need to win Super Bowls like type thing, because I think that's like way too much work, like what's winning some more Super Bowls when I can forever just be, people are already arguing I'm the GOAT now. And if I just retire a Packer for life, like people will love me more than Favre or whatever. Blah, blah. I don't know. I think Aaron Rodgers just kind of has that attitude about it now. I'm going to stay here, get my check, continue being, the Green Bay GOAT. And that's what I'll do.
I do find it hilarious that like they had that two friends at work. Yeah, we're about to leave this job. And one of them was like, I think I want to go be the manager.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, I thought we was leaving. Nah, but like they said I could be a manager today.
Yeah.
So I think I need to stay.
Yeah.
And the other homie's like, yeah, I'm good. You have that.
Yeah.
You have that. It's been too much. Which would be me. Like I would for sure be Devontae Adams in that situation. Like I'm going. Said I'm going. I'm going. I'm out of here. Give me another option. Yeah. And that might relate to my real life, but that's how I feel. Yeah.
It's like,
I would do the same thing.
He's telling them like, it's like, bro, really? Like a manager, bro? Like, come on, man. It's not worth it. It's like, nah, man, you don't understand. Like LaFleur and like the rest of the board, they told me they invest in my essential oils business, that I'm gonna that I got coming out. I'm rolling out the business plan next year.
Right.
They said they'll be early investors.
Straight up, like, come on, you want to stick around? I can make you second. Nah, I'm gone. Bye. I said I was leaving. I'm leaving. That's really what Devontae Adams did. That's really what he did. His man's. He's like, my best friend's over here in Oakland. I'm going to Oakland. Sorry, Las Vegas. Going to Vegas. My man's in Vegas. Going to Vegas. I respect it.
Bro, I totally forgot Devontae Adams went to Fresno State with Derek Carr.
You know what's crazy? I didn't know where he went to college.
Oh, you didn't?
I didn't. Yeah. I forgot where Derek Carr went to college. Honestly, I went to school there. I'm like, where did Derek go to school again? Because I don't remember.
That one's just easy for me because it's David Carr, and I'll never forget David Carr, Fresno State.
I thought Dave. Oh yeah, bro. I said David Carr because Alex Smith. I was thinking about Utah. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, that adds up. Yeah. I'm glad Derek Carr is a decent NFL quarterback for the family legacy.
Yes. Yeah.
David Carr deserved better.
Yes.
He never really had a chance.
David Carr was a good college quarterback too.
He was.
Like, everybody was like, dude, this guy's gonna be a stud. Like,
he never had a chance to start being the quarterback for an upstart franchise. He had no shot.
Did he put Fresno State football on the map Like,
I mean, that's the only person I can name from Fresno State besides his brother and Devontae Adams.
Yeah, I mean, there's some other guys like they've had guys since, or like,
since for sure.
But yeah, I'm sure he put.
That's what's interesting about college football to me is that like somebody like level of competition really doesn't matter that much. You can be a kind of great player anywhere.
Yeah,
like Khalil Mack went to Buffalo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, great players anywhere. It's really crazy.
The iconic images of Bill Belichick in the rain working out. My boy's boy, Kyle. Why am I forgetting his last name right now?
I know you're talking about.
No, I just said he's my boy's boy too, and I'm right here forgetting this. Kyle Duggar.
Yeah, I remember
and he was D3.
Yeah. Like I remember that. It's dope. But yeah, shout out Devontae Adams. He's gonna go in Vegas and play a bunch of played 16 road games a year, 17 road games a year.
Yeah.
He's gonna get home games. But yeah, man. So Tom Brady's back. So we can touch on that.
Yeah.
He took a 40-day sabbatical, came back.
I love the theory that Tom Brady looked at the QBs in his division and was like, yeah, I can definitely do another year.
Yo, Brady's legit like, all right, so we're gonna be 6-0 in the division.
Yeah.
I mean, we just gotta win like 7 to 8 more games, get the 1 seed, get a bye week, and now we gotta win 2 games to get back to a Super Bowl where anything can happen. Yeah, we can do this. That's really what I feel like happened. Because that's what I feel like occurred here.
Because his team's gotten worse so far over the offseason. I mean, they lost Godwin. They've lost some other guys.
No, they got Godwin.
Godwin re-signed?
Yeah, they re-signed Godwin.
Oh, okay. I thought he went somewhere else.
Nah, remember, I just don't know if he's gonna be there at the beginning of the season because he tore his ACL late last year.
That's right.
But they lost some of their offensive lines. Line play was important.
Yes.
You know, they lost Kappa to the Bengals, and Ali Marpet retired. So that's both your starting guards are gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's a big deal. They got a lot of the guys to come back for sure, but they did, I think, losing the offensive line guys. People always downplay offensive line losses until you're playing the Rams. And then suddenly all that comes into play real quick.
Sure does.
You know, but I do think, I mean, because that division, like I said, that division is so weak, their window is wide open again.
Yep.
The window is definitely wide open again. And in one game sample size, we know anything can happen on a Brady team. The man practices dark magic. I mean, clearly.
What if Jameis makes like this crazy resurgence?
Yo, the Saints do own him. The Saints have owned. Brady hasn't beaten the Saints in the regular season yet.
Yeah.
Like he only got that 1 win that time. Drew Brees couldn't throw a football farther than I could. That one game, you know. So I could see it happening.
And this is a new Jameis Winston.
It is. You saw his workouts.
Do what?
You saw his rehab workouts. You saw the video.
Oh yeah. It's the same, but it's a new same Jameis. I mean,
that's right.
It's same Jameis, but it's a new same Jameis.
New coach, everything, you know.
Yeah.
He's here. It's Jameis time, so it very well could happen. Somebody got to win the division. Somebody got to win it.
Yes.
Or somebody has to come in. Somebody has to come in second.
Yeah, somebody's got to come in second.
Someone has to finish second in that division. That's the best way to look at it.
I think Carolina's really sinking into this tank.
You know, Matt Rule's got to be looking at college like, man, I missed the recruiting trail.
Yeah.
I sure missed recruiting.
I mean, if they really want to lean into the tank, though, just keep Sam Darnold right there in place, and y'all got it.
What? The Panthers out here being real choosy with their quarterback selection. I'm like, but you the Panthers, though. Now, I did see a report earlier. It's been getting debated. I did see a report earlier that, like, there's mutual disinterest, which was the funniest thing I've ever read in my life. They're like, yeah, it was like Baker Mayfield and the Panthers have mutual disinterest in each other, which is a hilarious sentence. It's like, you both kind of need each other. And it's also like, but I don't want you, though.
Yeah.
Which is healthy, because when you do things like that, you end up in toxic relationships.
Yes.
You get a relationship out of necessity. You both end up, when you've been in a relationship, because that's all y'all got left, you end up sad at the end of the day. Yeah. So I guess it's good, but it's also kind of hilarious.
Who's on the Panthers? Like, what's their mock draft? Who they have? Was it a quarterback?
Well, according to Mel Kiper, he has the Panthers taking Trayvon Walker, defensive end from Georgia at number 6.
That's right. Yes. Right.
I mean, Baker Mayfield's here. Jimmy G is out there. I feel like Mel Kiper doesn't have anybody reaching for a quarterback in the top 10, which just feels impossible. Somebody gonna do it.
Somebody is gonna do it because somebody's gonna get like desperate. No
NFL team is patient enough to not reach.
And two, it just looks bad. They're like, what if we sit here and for the next 10 years, everybody's gonna be talking about this, quarterback class and how, none of them got picked in the top 10 and they ended up being like 3-4 of the best quarterbacks ever. Like, you can't do that. So I feel like, teams definitely think about that.
Somebody's for sure going to give in.
Yes.
Because they don't want to be the GM that misses.
Yeah.
Somebody doesn't want to be the GM that misses at all. You know what I'm saying? They for sure.
It's funny. It's kind of funny that you say though, that Carolina is being choosy with their quarterbacks, even though they were very much interested in Deshaun Watson. And which goes to my theory and why I was hoping and thinking and predicting you were going to say Mel Kiper had Malik Willis as Carolina's QB. Because my theory is Carolina's out here to collect all the black QBs. They said, you know what, league, like we'll take all of them. And so I thought that
we did have that belief last year.
Do what?
We did have that. That belief last year. I forgot you did the Carolina Black Panthers. Yeah,
exactly.
PJ Walker. Yeah.
And they brought back
Cam. Yeah. Then they got Cam. Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
And Teddy left, didn't he?
Yeah. Teddy went to the Broncos after that. Teddy went to the Broncos last year.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, that's been a minute.
Yeah, I think the funniest thing about that is still Matt Rule being like, Matt Rule's upset with Teddy Bridgewater's arm strength. You didn't know that before you got Teddy Bridgewater? What you thought it was? What you thought was happening?
This Teddy check down, bro.
Right, like it's what he does, man. That's what Teddy does. Wonderful human being. That's what he does.
Yeah, exactly. He's just a good guy. Like everybody loves Teddy, bro. Like
straight up.
How can you not like a guy named Teddy?
You can't not like him unless you're a terrorist.
Yeah,
honestly, exactly. You just have to be a terrible person, not like Teddy.
Yeah,
but yeah, man.
What if it's a terrorist named Teddy though? I think I'd still like him. I'd be you can't be a terrorist. Your name's Teddy.
He could have a point. Like he could be justified. Yeah, you gotta hear both sides. It's a hear both sides situation.
What if this Teddy, you're a friendly neighborhood terrorist? Like.
Yeah, you gotta hear both sides, bro. You gotta hear both sides.
Hey, man, he doesn't bother me. He's always nice to me, man. So I got no problems with Teddy.
Exactly. But man, so Levi, I know we are like. I know you don't. I know how we feel about Baker Mayfield. I know, but like, I don't think he's this bad, bro. I don't think he's this bad of a quarterback. Baker Mayfield is getting black quarterback treatment, and I'm like, yo, they doing my man. It's crazy. Nobody gonna say nothing. Nobody gonna say nothing for Baker. Let Baker get treated like this. They out here treating Baker like he's just the worst they've ever seen, bruh. I'm like, yo, Carson Wentz still getting jobs. Y'all kick Baker out already?
Yeah.
Y'all done with Baker?
Yeah.
Contract number 2.
Baker, see, I'm guilty of it too because I keep forgetting. But Baker was trash last year, but also Baker was very hurt. Baker hurt himself. Yeah. And people were saying that too. They're like, look, Baker, like you're going to tough guy yourself out of this. If you just keep thinking you can do this when you clearly can't do this hurt. So, and I think a lot of us have forgotten about it, including front offices. And two, I think also it is the Baker is not as bad as we're making him out to be, but Baker's not as good as he makes himself out to be. And so it's kind of like, look, Baker, you're not what you think you are. So do we really want to deal with the personality that you are? Like,
yeah. And you know whose fault it is that he thinks he's what he is? The team that drafted him number 1 overall.
Yeah. I mean, it's the Browns though, bro. Like, I mean, can we really blame the Browns? Yes, we can always it's suspected.
We can always blame the Browns. That's just, what is football if we can't blame the Browns for something? What are we doing here?
Well, okay. Where would Baker be right now if any other team picked him up?
I mean, I'm just saying Lamar Jackson was in that draft. I'm just saying. Lamar Jackson was in that draft.
Yeah.
I'm just making the point. I'm just saying things.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it's weird because I did recently something interesting today that I didn't necessarily think about. But the Browns kind of have no leverage with Baker here, so they might not feel obligated to trade him, but also no one's obligated to give you a lot for him because you just that's your front office league that you want a quote adult in the room.
Yeah.
And now you're like, hey, you want my quarterback who we don't need anymore because we traded 75 draft picks to get a sexual deviant. You want him? You sure? You're not. Why not? Why don't you trade me picks for him? Like what? Like realistically, I feel like they played themselves in this situation, which is the classic Cleveland Browns move. So I still fumble this because I don't see them getting a lot for Baker in the situation. But I think they're going to try and wait to get a lot.
Well,
it's like,
okay.
Why does somebody have to give you a lot?
I got a theory, though. This is what I'm doing if I'm the Browns. All right. If I'm GM, I'm sitting down with Baker. I'm like, listen, kid, I think you've gotten the point by now, or I hope you've gotten the point by now, like this grown man-ish. So we're going to do some grown man-ish. How about we're going to let you prove it? Because we know Deshaun isn't coming back this year or, for at least the first half of the year. So how about you play yourself into a starting role on another team? We'll give you the opportunity. We're not trading you right now. We're going to make you play. And if you just decide to suck because you don't want to be good for us, well, I mean, that's on you because we already got our franchise QB. What are you going to do? So I suggest you play your butt off for this talented team that we've set up for Deshaun. And we'll trade you to a team that will get desperate and see, that they're Matt Ryan's a noodle arm. So yeah, the Colts will take you or somebody.
Yeah, man.
And so the Browns will have the leverage if they attack it like that, which I think is very possible in the situation. And that may have sounded, a little dirty, but that's exactly what I would do if I was them.
I don't think it would work because Baker feels betrayed because he gave everything to the organization.
But I mean, what he was really at the end
that
of the
man
day,
was proud to be a Cleveland Brown, Levi. He was proud of it.
I mean, like
he was really proud to be a member of the Cleveland Browns, Levi. And they was like, we don't like you like that. Why are you here? Hey, we got over you. I mean, enjoyed it. Like, he was really happy. He was really out here telling people, you got to get on the train or get off the, get on the train or get off the tracks.
That? We kind of had this conversation before, but you never told me in those words. You never said Baker was proud to be a Brown. And that really put things into context for me. Like, that man, y'all are doing that man dirty because y'all actually did have somebody who bought into the freaking Cleveland Browns.
He really believed. He really believed in everything about them, bro. He really did. And they was like, it's cool and all, but like,
said screw it. They said we don't believe in you.
Yeah, we don't believe in you. Like, we over this. Like, my man was really he was enjoying life in Cleveland.
That's awesome.
They was like, but there's a sexual deviant over here we can pay $230 million to though.
Yeah.
Like why not? We gonna do that. And you figure it out.
So does this mean is Baker still living inside the stadium?
That's the real question.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure question. Like Progressive probably has a whole deal set up. They're like, no, you can't take him out.
Progressive is set up in Ohio, so I don't know how that deal works if he leaves.
Yeah.
Is he gonna lose the Progressive deal too? I
guess so. Well, bro, Baker's gonna become a freaking State Farm guy.
Imagine. Nah, bro. Because the report came out that if Baker gets released, that the Steelers will be very interested.
Oh, really?
State Farm Steeler Baker Mayfield.
Oh, wow.
Like all the chips.
Ooh.
Which, if the Browns are smart, I would get him out of this division before I ever let him. You're not. No. What do we say about Baker, bro? Baker is chip man. If you give Baker the chance to beat you twice a year, bro, he's going to they might put him in the Hall of Fame off what he does to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he might just be like, that's the Hall of Fame quarterback. How could you ever let him go? Because he's going to go crazy.
Hey, and you know who's the master orchestrator of chip guys?
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing.
Mike Tomlin. We don't blink, baby. We don't blink. We don't.
Mike Tomlin going to that press conference the week of that game.
Bro.
Even go the week of that game, like, is there extra motivation? No, there's no extra motivation. The motivation is to get out of the stadium.
Yeah.
And whatever situations happen with situations of quarterbacks, that's what we dealt with. But, we don't fear, we don't back down from a challenge. We believe that we face everything head on, we don't forget, and we don't forgive, baby. We just go out and play football. That's what we do.
Oh, it's going to be so good. I mean, dude, I am here for, okay, I will be very happy with the Baker and Mike Tomlin. But also that reminds me, I'll be very happy with the Baker and Dan Campbell as well.
Please.
It's going to be, that would be so good, bro.
Baker and Dan coming for your kneecaps, though.
Yes.
For your kneecaps, bro.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
And the attitude they're bringing every
Baker
week.
comes up to some guys' kneecaps.
Yes. Bro, you know what they can do too, bro? Is there an insurance company that's like out of Detroit? Let's say it's Allstate. I'm getting Allstate in there, and I'm coming up with commercial campaigns where Dan Campbell's taking out kneecaps and Baker Mayfield's there to give insurance to the guy who just got his kneecap busted. Who's like, oh, if you had insurance, he's like, this guy could get a knee replacement.
Right. I'm trying to find insurance companies in Detroit because apparently Allstate is based in Ohio.
Oh, dude, I bet all insurance companies are based in Ohio.
It does feel. I'm sorry, Illinois. I said State Farm is also in Illinois. This is interesting.
That Bloomington, Illinois, yeah, State Farm. Yeah. What about Geico? Where's Geico out of?
Australia, right?
Is it? Is that where geckos are from?
Yes, right? Aren't they? I don't know. That is hilarious. I'm sorry. That was too easy.
We got Aflac in Columbus.
Columbus, Georgia?
Georgia.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That tracks. But yeah, bro.
How does Aflac track?
Because I know they have like a lot of bases in Columbus.
Well, yeah, they got the Aflac Tower. Yeah, that's where their headquarters. That's where Aflac was created. Headquarters.
Geico is from San Antonio, Texas.
Ah,
shocking. And their headquarters is in Maryland. Okay. But no, yeah, Baker in Detroit fits too because that's like hardcore.
Yeah, no, that's
city. Yeah,
Detroit, Cleveland, those are the real twin cities, bro. Like those are sister cities who get it out the mud.
Yes.
So yeah.
Dan Campbell and Baker on like a losing team together would produce some magical press conferences and just make me want to be a Detroit fan.
Yeah.
Like the way they would just ride for their loser franchise.
No.
Together.
Like I already love Dan Campbell. Great. I've loved Dan Campbell since day one. But when I saw Dan Campbell cry, like, a guy you never think would cry, but he cried in a press conference.
He did.
Like how hard his men fought in the football game. Like, dude.
And Baker
Baker Mayfield would run through.
Fight. Yes.
Baker Mayfield's going to be crying up there. Dan's going to be crying up there. Everybody's going to be crying up there. It's going to be great.
It will be great.
Yeah.
They'll make a movie about it.
Yeah.
Disney will for sure get the right to make a movie about that. I guarantee you. the Disney movie's coming. I'm telling you right now.
Bro, what's that called? Because it's got to like be incorporated, like the title of it's got to have a little bit Detroit, something in it. Something that references Detroit, something that references underdog, the American story.
Right. Kept trucking, the football underdog, something ridiculous.
Somehow incorporate the assembly line in Henry Ford.
Yes, that's gonna be the tagline for sure. That's gonna be the tagline for sure. They're gonna make Baker. Baker's like gonna be in their store. Baker's gonna have been cut by Cleveland, and he's gonna be working on the Ford line. And then Dan Campbell's gonna come get him. Dan's gonna come get him off the line. Like, I believe you still got it. I do.
That's just one clip that, bro, they're literally like gonna have Baker in like an 8 Mile, like coming off the 8 Mile set of like it coming out of M&M's.
Oh, it's gonna be a mess, bro. This will be a whole mess, bro. I promise you, it's gonna be a disaster, but it's gonna be great. We're gonna watch it.
Yeah, it's
Make
gonna
$1
be
billion.
great.
Gonna make $1 billion for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, but Baker to Detroit. That's my top pick.
Yes. Yeah.
Carson Wentz, his picture in the Commanders Letterman jacket.
Yeah.
Which looked like a politician returning to high school, revealing like all their true feelings about things that they didn't talk about in a magazine article.
Yeah.
Like, it was definitely a Newsweek picture. For sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what I don't know what Washington is doing.
Yeah.
I don't get the game plan here. Because they took on all that salary. You took on the whole Carson Wentz $28 million. All of it. The whole thing. And you know the worst part of this? He's going to be at least once.
You think so?
It's absolutely going to happen. It is. I know it's going to happen. I just feel it. What's the point? What's Washington's purpose?
No, I mean to laugh at.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Because the fact that I'm not convinced Carson Wentz is better than Taylor Heineke at this point is saying a lot to me. It's saying a lot. Like, did they upgrade?
Yeah. See, now Taylor Heineke, he kind of does that thing too that Carson does when it's like you're watching Taylor Heineke, he's like, this dude's not good. But then he makes this really weird, awesome athletic play, right when you really need it. And it was like, oh, this guy's like pretty good. So they just keep drawing you in. I give Carson just the experience and the height and weight advantage because Taylor Heineke is like 6 foot even, maybe. So,
that's a good point. That's a good point. I think my biggest concern came from NFL Reddit. They were like, yo, Carson Wentz's knees are going to explode on that Washington field. And I'm like, oh, yeah. That field is terrible.
Yeah.
It's very bad. I wish him the best. I always wish Carson the best, man. But dude really got away with apparently being terrible.
Yeah.
Like, no one likes him. Being very unlikable. Your old coach had to literally apologize for wanting you to save his job.
Yeah.
Which is very bad. I don't know what the Washington football the Commanders. I'm still calling Washington football team. Washington football team sounds better than the Commanders. I'm sorry, I like it more.
Yeah,
I like Washington football team way more than I like the Commanders.
Yeah, I think they should have just kept it. Yeah,
yeah. I don't see the future with the. Okay, enjoy your Carson Wentz year.
Yeah,
you enjoy paying him all that money. You trade like draft capital for them. Like, that's good Lord.
I just hope. I just hope they don't suck too much to where they can get Bryce Young next year because I don't want that for Bryce Young.
It's a weird thing for them to have been a quarterback away, allegedly, and then their solutions were Ryan Fitzpatrick and Carson Wentz.
Yeah. Okay. But so for every year for the past, I don't know how many years, we've heard like, oh, Washington's defense, like this is going to be an elite defense. And every year, bro, they become a semi-elite defense with like 4 games left in the season. It's like, oh, they finally got things clicking. And yet they really haven't made one single personnel change. So I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, I don't see it, man. I don't see the bright future for them. I don't see anything for them, honestly, except for pain and failure.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys get to win the NFC East again, then go to the playoffs and get embarrassed because the NFC East win. The NFC East not an accomplishment, which is, exciting for me.
Sorry. Speaking of disappointing defense, you know who I just remembered is on that defense?
Who's that?
Chase Young.
He's not disappointing. He got hurt last year.
He did get hurt last year?
He did get hurt last year.
Okay, I thought he had a little bit of I thought he just like regressed.
Nah, I'm pretty sure he got hurt last season. Let me look him up and make sure.
But was last year's second or first year?
Second. Pretty sure. Chase Young. Let me see.
Oh, we're looking good. We're looking good, Titus. We're looking good. We're looking good.
You got some wins?
Oh, no. All I need for this 5-pick flex to hit, I just need Deshaun Highland. Nashawn Highland.
Yeah.
We all know Nashawn Highland. Like Nashawn Highland, household name. All he needs is 8 more points, rebounds, and assists. And Ivica Zubac for me to win this 4-pick power. He just needs 5 more rebounds, and we still got over 8 minutes left in the second quarter.
Yeah,
so
he
we're
tore
looking good, Titus.
Yeah, Chase Young tore his ACL in week 10.
Oh.
Yeah.
That explains
it. Yeah.
Because I was like, dang, that's really bad when you got Chase Young disappearing, like from.
No, it's definitely an embarrassment. It'd definitely be terrible.
Yeah.
It'd definitely be terrible. You know, it's funny when he got drafted, I was worried about him chasing out Carson Wentz, and now it's like, oh, well, Carson's gone, so I guess that doesn't matter as much anymore. And now Carson's his teammate. Hey.
Yeah.
Full circle.
Yeah.
Full circle. Who's gonna get Jimmy G, bro? These are confusing times. Right. Somebody got to take him. Well, I don't want him anymore.
I'm trying to think of a coach who would just love to, like, you know, who would love to just look at Jimmy, you know, like, hey, he's got a looker. He's got somebody to look at, you know, make eye contact with in the quarterback room. That's important. You know, you can't just have all ugly dudes in your QB room. Then you really can't hold eye contact with them.
I feel like Nick Sirianni would like to have Jimmy G because they have real bro energy. I feel like they would be friends.
You think so? I think I don't know, man. I'm also thinking too, you can't like have these good looking like coaches like Cliff Kingsbury definitely wouldn't have Jimmy G because like he's stepping on his territory.
It's a threat. It's
like,
a threat.
Yeah, exactly. That's a threat, bro. Like, hell no, Jimmy, you're not coming in here taking my hose, bro. Like, these are my Phoenix babes. Yeah. So, see, you know whose mind keeps coming to my head just because I would love to hear press conferences of him talking about Jimmy G.
Who's that?
I would love to have Mike Leach coach Jimmy G because I'm sure Mike Leach.
Oh my God. Mike Leach have like a 20-minute press conference about like hair products.
This guy, Jimmy, I tell you what, man, I don't know. When it comes to the hair products, you know, you got your shampoos and your conditioners and your dyes and your, is it a thin texture? You want the thick, do you want wavy, straight, L'Oreal, Olay?
Like, it would just go all around the world. They'd be like, but I just asked you what you were looking for from Jimmy this season. That's all I tried to ask you. I don't know how we got here. That's exactly what Mike Leach would do, bro.
Yeah. It's like coach, like, how do you think of Jimmy's progression so far? How do you think he's going to come out, you know, in the season for y'all under the offense? Well, I'll tell you what, I just told Jimmy straight up that I don't think it's a possibility to look that good and, you know, have your talent match your looks. You know, I mean, we all know how it is. You know, you got the pretty blonde girl in school, you know, everybody loves her. She's got the, you know, wears the tight skirts and is always flirty with, you know, with everybody. And, but when you finally get her and everybody likes her, but then you figure out like, oh, you know, there's nothing under this hood, if you know what I'm saying. Like, not a lot going on there. So yeah, I think Jimmy's stupid. Yeah, he's just a pretty face. It'd be something like that.
Yeah, it'd be so bad. It'd be so. You know, Mike Leach always gets like more blaming the players as the season goes on. Like, because less about him and more about his players not doing stuff right. So like by week 8. But I don't know. He must use Olay this morning instead of the Dove, and now here we are. You know, when you don't use the right hair product, you throw off your whole day, and then you start throwing interceptions you're not supposed to be throwing, and somehow it's my fault. It's just clearly I don't know what the coach is supposed to do at this point. You know, sometimes maybe he brushes hair the wrong way. When you don't have the right comb, your hair doesn't do the things you want to do. And I'm a little older now, so I have to do a lot of things with my comb. I'm getting tips from him, but now it's like I don't know what to get tips from. Maybe we stop talking at all and just focus on some film study from now on instead of worrying about our hair.
I'm so glad you just went into that, because I was just about to make the awkward observation before you did that, as in, I just learned something. It's not always the best idea to just keep firing off Mike Leach impressions, because in order to do a correct Mike Leach impression, you got to do a long Mike Leach impression.
It can't be a short answer. No, there are no short answers with Mike Leach. You really got to just rant for like 4 minutes. Like, you got to go.
Because when I was doing my last impression, I felt a couple of times I was like, I should stop here. But I was like, wait, no, that's not a good impression. I got to keep going.
You have to. You have no choice. You have no choice.
Because I could see it in your face. You're just waiting for me to stop. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. I should stop because I'm going long. But then I'm like, wait, no, I got to keep going.
Nah, bro, you don't have a choice, bro. You have no other options with Mike Leach, dog. Because you have to it's got to go forever, bro.
It's the best.
I'm trying to imagine Mike Leach. I feel like Mike Leach in the NFL would be like Jim Mora on steroids.
Oh, really?
Like the original Jim Mora. Just like full meltdowns every press conference. Just full on melt. Like, let Mike Leach take over the Jaguars. Like, just let me see that.
For some reason, I'm thinking of, is the name correct, Jerry Glanville?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
See, I feel like now,
that's better.
Jerry Glanville's a little bit before my time, but every time I hear about Jerry Glanville and I just see Jerry Glanville press conferences, I felt like there was the Atlanta Falcons and then there was Jerry Glanville, and whatever Jerry Glanville was doing really had nothing to do with like his job or the Falcons. I feel like Jerry Glanville was just giving press conferences for Jerry Glanville. Like, I don't think he had anything to do with coaching.
He has his own thoughts. He has his own thoughts to get off, yo. Yo, I'm imagining Mike Leach like Jaguars coach. His first press conference would be about what a Jaguar is.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would be like a long story about what Jaguars really are.
Yeah.
And then talk about wrestling because, Tony Khan, Shad Khan's son, owns AEW, the big wrestling organization. So we definitely have a wrestling rant.
Yeah.
And it'd be it'd be spectacular.
But can you imagine though, Mike Leach coming out on a AEW Tuesday night?
Yes.
Coming out.
Yes,
smoke.
I'm here for it.
A surprise
I'm here
guest.
for it. I'm definitely here for all of it, bro. I really am.
And then Mike Leach just grabs the microphone and, instead of just crap talking, Mike Leach just goes on this, 20-minute monologue.
For real though. For real. It would be no direction. They would just give him the mic and say, just talk, Mike. Say what you want.
Kill the whole mood of the wrestling match.
He would absolutely do it, yeah. He would for sure do it, man. So is there anything else we need to do? You have anything else we need to get off?
Falcons tank. Will Anderson is our goal, number one. Trying to think. I guess that's it. Oh, Julio Jones.
Oh, he's available. He's very available.
Can I just say I love Julio Jones to death. OG, maybe my favorite all-time Alabama player. Probably my favorite all-time Alabama player. Definitely all-time favorite Falcon. It sucks. Like, if he didn't have like the persistent foot ankle injuries,
right,
dude could have been, definitely Randy Moss. I mean, the Randy Moss comparisons are already appropriate, just between their style and physical capabilities and character. I don't know. They're both huge, and they're specimen of men. Yeah. Right. But yeah, I mean, the numbers, like great numbers, but yeah, it just kind of sucks to see him like he's not going out on top or going out looking that great. So that kind of sucks. And so I don't know like where he's going to go. And can't even really imagine like what would be the best fit for him. I mean, if he wants to go and try to be that prime receiver again, Green Bay.
Yeah.
And Julio does, I mean, bro, like he's pretty decent in cold weather too. Like he's he's got a great track record of going off in cold weather games.
He's physical enough to fit in anywhere.
Yeah.
It's just, like you said, that athleticism number one time is kind of gone. And I hated that it didn't work out more in Tennessee. I really wanted him and AJ to tear it up in Tennessee, but they both just kept getting hurt.
Yeah.
Like when we come back, those will be hurt, Yeah, I'm with you. I don't like seeing guys' careers kind of end with injuries and team hopping,
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this is going to end with him on the Patriots or something.
I'd love that, though. I would love that.
I'm sure you would.
Yeah. I'd love that.
I'm sure you would.
Yeah.
But yeah. I want him to. I wish them the best. The Eagles' biggest free agent signing was re-signing Fletcher Cox. That's our biggest move. That's our biggest free agent acquisition.
Oh, yeah.
Because we cut him and then we restructured.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you something. That was a real scary 12 hours, Levi.
Yeah.
Because, real Fletcher Cox. Like, Fletcher Cox is the Eagle staple, bro. Like, it's been our guy.
How old is Fletcher Cox?
Fletcher's 33. I want to say he's like the only good. He's like the only good thing. The only good draft pick Chip Kelly made. It's like the only.
Where'd he come from?
I want to say. Actually, I don't want to say. He's 31. He's 31 actually. Mississippi State.
That's right.
Yeah. But I know we all know he's on the downturn, but I mean, he's been a 12-year career as a defensive tackle. That's a good solid career, but like, I don't want to see him anywhere else, bro. I didn't want to see him anywhere else.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we're able to work that out and get him back.
Yeah.
Because that's my guy.
I'm happy for y'all.
Thank you. That's our biggest rating move.
Can I say something?
Yes, absolutely.
Else? Are we off of football? Are we towards the end?
We're wrapping up.
I know you got a rant, so I'll say mine. I know I was a little cold, even though the people didn't hear it. But Titus, I might have been a little cold about Freddie Freeman, and I just want to say, I love Freddie Freeman. I respect Freddie Freeman. I love that the Braves made the great decision at the time. I did not think it was a very good decision because I didn't think he was that good. But back when we pretty much blew the whole team up, we decided, hey, Freddie's going to be the franchise guy. And he was the franchise guy. And he held through, stuck with us, played great through some terrible years. So, Freddie, I appreciate you. And you know what, man? Looking at it from like the human side, it is kind of a little dirty that, the Falcons didn't come back and take your offer or, didn't play the whole back and forth game that you were expecting. But sometimes it's just time to move on, man. And I think it's best for both sides. You get to be out on the West Coast now, back where your family is. You're very close to your dad, who isn't like in the best health. So that's great. I hope there's no hard feelings, Freddie, because recent reports there are some hard feelings now for Freddie. So, we just, at the end of the day, we got to make the best moves for the franchise. And the best move was getting the young stud, the 27-year-old Matt Olson on a pretty much the same deal as we offered you, but just 2 more years. So love you, Freddie. But Alex Anthopoulos, you're a freaking wizard, bro. I love you. GM of the century. Go Bravos. All right, that was my rant.
Okay. I respect that. Because, it's baseball. I can't argue anything about baseball. So I kind of got my Baker take out early already, so I don't have that anymore. What I do have is I was like to celebrate the fact that my North Carolina Tar Heels are still in the NCAA tournament, baby. Woo! We are still outside.
Yeah, boo that.
After our massive our 8-9 victory. I did predict our 8-9 victory, but I only predicted it because, see, the thing about college sports, Levi, is I just be based off history sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'd be like, that school can't beat us. That school can't beat them. It's just not going to work. So I knew we'd be Marquette just because I just felt like that's just what was going to happen.
Marquette
Baylor
was not good this year either. So
and I felt like Baylor. I'm like, Baylor, that's the most beatable 1 seed in the tournament, and we got them out of there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now UCLA, I'm a little scared. I'm a little shook. I'm a little worried about UCLA.
You shouldn't be, bro. Like, unless I got to look up, see what Jaime Jaquez's status is. But, bro, UCLA lost their best player who pretty much carried them through the season in the last game. He got injured.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. He got injured late in the game. And, it cost me on my bet.
If our last game is any indication, all you got to do is press us and the refs aren't going to call any fouls. So do what you feel like doing against us. And I wasn't even
huge blow for UCLA.
Yeah. The funny thing about that Baylor game for Carolina was that, like, I wasn't even going to be ref guy. I felt like they were missing some calls, but like I don't do the ref thing. Mm-hmm. But when I saw neutral people on Twitter being like, I don't know, this game's kind of fishy. Game looking kind of crazy. I don't know what the refs are doing. I'm like, oh, it's green light. It's green light on the refs. Yeah. Then I jumped outside. But then I'm like, also, why y'all can't break a press? Like, why y'all can't break a? What's the problem?
Yeah.
What's the problem? And that game reminded me why I stopped being invested in college basketball, because I got real stressed out.
Yeah.
I was super stressed.
Yeah.
You know, in the 2 games of Carolina basketball I've watched this year, it's been a lot. It's been a lot of emotions going on. Mm-hmm. In the 2 Carolina games, well, the 1.5 Carolina games I've watched this year. Half is a stretch for the Duke game, but you know what I'm saying? It's been a lot going on. But we're here now, man. RJ Davis, Brady Manick, you know what I'm saying? We are outside. Yo, I learned Drew Timme as a junior, and I swear I've seen him lose in 7 tournaments.
Dude, yeah. Nah. It's always like the dudes who look like Drew Timme, who always like feels like they've always been in college. Like they live in college.
That is a whole fact, though.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, ain't no way Drew Timme had lost in 7 straight NCAA tournaments at this point.
I'm so happy that you brought up Drew Timme, because that was a subject I stored in my mind for, the next time we recorded, and here we are. I got to give Drew Timme his flowers, like personally from me, because I've never been a fan of Drew Timme. Always thought he was overrated. Always thought he was annoying. And then I watched that last game, and I watched him put Gonzaga on his back, and I watched him really actually ball. And I was like, oh, really Drew Timme can actually ball.
Yeah, bro. He reminds me of Luke Mays with Carolina.
Yeah.
Like
but he's better. He's
definitely better. Like those dudes that been there and just know how to just take team from the young dudes. Like, look, just chill. Because I mean, that's why like the tournament always. Go ahead.
Sorry, you got it.
Yeah, the tournament's always like those teams that got those seniors, or those like super juniors that can just calm stuff down.
Yeah.
Even with the young guys, they're always so valuable, bro. And those schools that don't have it always end up flopping, I feel like.
Yeah. And I thought Timme, like which I think he probably was more last year with Jalen Suggs controlling the ball, and had somebody else too. That I can't remember, in the post or whatever, kind of like, like their Chet kind of.
Right.
But so Drew Timme, like I kind of just saw him more as like, oh, the dude's really just more of your classic like spot up shooter who's got, decent skills all the way around. But he dropped 25 points and only shot 1 3. He made that 3, but I was like, oh, okay, Drew.
He went off.
It's like, my bad, bro. Like I stereotyped you.
He put that grown man on Memphis for sure.
Yeah,
he put the grown man on Memphis for sure.
And I thought Memphis was definitely winning that game. I was like, oh yeah, Memphis has got this in the bag. So
I thought so too.
Yeah.
The commentary on that game was exceptionally terrible.
Now that you say that, yeah, I do remember. I don't remember specific things, but I do remember being like, this is bad. Dude
was mad opinionated. Like, just call the game.
Yeah.
Dude was like, they didn't call timeout. They called timeout 2 seconds ago.
Yeah. That does remind me, bro, because I do remember him. That might be what you're saying. He was saying something towards the end of the game, like some strategy. And I was like, bro, like, why are you like, he was so certain about it. And it wasn't even like, I was like, no, I wouldn't make that call. I was like, what is this dude talking about? I can't.
Yeah. He was like, they don't why would they shoot a 3? They don't need the 3.
Yeah. Oh,
they don't need 3. Yes. It's like, bro, that killed me because I'm like, well, what they going to do? Drive on Timme and Holmgren?
Yeah.
and get smacked like they've gotten the whole second half.
And you're expecting them, like, who's a pretty good free throw shooting team. You're expecting them to miss free throws too. Like, that's a guarantee.
Right.
Yeah.
Nah, that dude was awful, bro. Like, this is rare for me to like not like commentary.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, yo, this dude is I can't do this. You got too much to say. So you know everything but calling the game. You like trying to be a armchair analyst.
They weren't just they weren't the only ones that bad on that crew. Did you see the whole Drew Timmy hullabaloo after the game? Yeah, we're talking like, oh, Drew Timmy said curse words or whatever.
That was so funny.
Yeah, that was so funny. Did you hear the question, bro?
I didn't hear the question.
And it was the first question. And so before they go, as they're transitioning, to send it down to whoever on the sideline with Drew Timmy after the game, they're showing clips of Drew Timmy rallying, his teammates. Like he's huddled them up, and like it's towards the beginning of the second half or whatever, and they're down by like double digits, I think. And he's like pointing up at the scoreboard, and you can see his mouth. And you can see what he's saying, and you can see clearly this dude's telling them to go F their A's up, and turn them B words, like blah blah. Every other word's a curse word. They're showing that clip, right? So obvious. First question, Drew. We just showed a clip there of you, some minutes left in the second half, like you rallying your teammates. Y'all are down by 10. Tell me, like, what did you tell those guys? Like, tell me, what did you say? And and she said that. And before he even answered, I was like, oh my God, what a terrible question. Like, we all know what he just said. Like, so I'm like, Drew, how are you going to answer this one, buddy? And he told him, like,
he did it masterfully.
Yeah. He was like, I told him we're going to go F them up. He's like,
like, we want to be soft. Want to go out soft, Yeah. Play leave all on the court.
What a terrible question.
Oh my God. Yo, that was my first time watching Chet like at all this year.
Oh, Chet?
Yeah. Dude not strong, but he be trying, and I like that. Like, he don't back down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He don't have much back down in him on the defensive end. I respect that.
Yeah.
He's a very confusing build.
He's definitely going to have to bulk up in the NBA.
Do you think his frame can bulk up? Like, legit, do you think he has a frame that can bulk up?
Well, that's the problem. Like, that's why that's become a more legitimate concern and conversation as it's getting closer to draft time. A lot of these teams are like, nah, we're not taking him, with our number one pick because of that. It's not just, of his size. It's the frame. It's like you still can't really bulk that up. Yeah, so you're right bringing that up. It can get a little better. You might have to.
He can probably tone it, right? Because KD got more muscular as he got older, but his frame didn't change that much.
Yeah.
He definitely toned himself out, though, for sure.
So barring injury, I still don't get what the big risk on him is. Because, bro, you can play him as a 4. He can handle the ball. Yeah. He can shoot from the outside. Like, he's literally like AD. Like, has all the capabilities. So why not run a 7-2-4, bro? And just keep him out on the wing. Let him crash the boards. Like,
Yeah, I'm curious to see. I definitely want to see more of him now because I'm like, okay, I see what's going on here.
Oh yeah, he's got legitimate
some of the hype.
Skill.
Yeah, he's got talent. Yeah. I'm curious to see it, and like, I think I'm still adjusting to he's going to be a superstar if he's good. Oh, my God. He's going to run the world.
Yeah.
He's going to run the world.
Yeah.
He ain't got to be that good. But he has all the advantages. All of them.
Yes.
Don't let Indiana get a hold of him. Oh, dear Lord. Don't let Indiana get him, please.
Dude, that might be why they traded. That might be why they traded Sabonis. They're like, why are they trading Sabonis? It's like,
could be.
We got an American white guy now.
Exactly. Lord, they'll bring back the Hoosiers jerseys, those Hickory Farm jerseys. Oh my God, to be the worst nightmare. That's my nightmare. That is my nightmare. Oh, I haven't seen those jerseys again.
That'd be great.
Cool. Okay, listen.
Dude, I'm here for that, just to make you go. I just want to hear the rant about it. I just want to see you in it.
Oh man. I want to end the show with Mike Leach talking about hickory trees. The thing about hickory trees is like when you go to that's the best type of tree when you need to smoke some meats or go outside or get some shade. The hickory shade is different than the other shades. Now, hickory, the origin of hickory, the etymology is very interesting. When you find it and you search for it, and then you see the etymology of hickory, you'll see where it's from, and you'll understand that barbecue is the least thing on its mind, but somehow it makes really good barbecue. The hickory wood chips make great barbecue, and then some of the best barbecue ever. Now, barbecue, now that's a good meal. Now, when you get barbecue, what you want to do, you want to make sure you smoke your meat for a good 6 hours, and you want to spread the sauce over the top, and then the sauce is the key, because you got to make sure you get the right sauce for whatever meat you have. And speaking of meat, meat is like, it can be all types of meat. You can do turkey meats, pig meats, cow meats. Any meat can work. It just depends on what you want to do. Now, when I grew up on the farm, I didn't really have a farm. My neighbor had a farm. He had a pig, and the pig was cool. The pig was a really cool pig, and the pig was his pet. It was a pet pig, and he really liked that pig. And then one day, his dad came out, and they needed to move food, so the pig was gone one day. And I never asked questions. I knew the pig disappeared. But yeah, and that's what I think Jimmy Garoppolo should do next game.